Welcome back to this channel. I would like to thank all of you for the nice suggestions for a name of this video series. There were two suggestions I absolutely loved. First of all, there was the suggestion by Challing van de Bos, who came up with Boomstra's Best Battles. I love this name because it contains the word battles, and I can also show you some games in which my strategy was not successful. But the name I finally settled on was Roel's Recordings, a suggestion by Koos van Amerongen. And I like it because it's simple yet effective, and that's also the style I like to play my Draughts games with. So the game I want to show to you today is my game against Edvard Buzinski in the World Championship 2011. And first there's a story I would like to tell about Edvard Buzinski and me. In 2006 I went to Vilnius for a masterclass of him together with Michael Palmans and Pim Meurs. And the masterclass was absolutely wonderful. He taught us a lot. And it was just great. But after the masterclass, he was supposed to send us all a written report on what aspects of our game we could work on. And for some reason, I never got my report. So it was sent to the Dutch Federation, but they decided not to send it to me because it was so incredibly critical of my play. So that was one of the reasons I was extra motivated for this game. I'm not sure if the story is true, but yeah, it's an interesting story at least. So let's take a look at this game. We went for this line. And actually in this line, usually it's black that plays for the center. Usually this is the way the game goes, or something along these lines. And black aims for an attack on 27, but on the other hand, white tries to play against this flank. But in this game, the roles were reversed, and again, it's me that plays for the center. So in this position, I played a move that had been seen only once before, played by Harm Wiersma, one of the most successful Dutch players ever. So I knew the move should at least be decent, and it's this move, taking an outpost on 24. And Wiersma's idea was to play this move in this position, preparing a 2 for 2 after 14-19. And in this position, white has a slightly easier play. He wants to develop this way, all his pieces to the center. And if black plays this move, then white can develop like this. And afterwards, going towards the center and hoping that this piece will become weak at some point. So in the game, Buzinski played the very logical 21-26, trying to fix these pieces. And for the moment, I simply try to build my right flank and worry about the left flank later. So, as you can see here, my development of the right wing has been completed. So now it's time to pay some attention to my left wing. And the easiest way to develop would be this move, and then to change to 32. But the problem in these positions is that it's often pretty hard to get 46 to the center. If I play this move here and take to 24 immediately, I get punished by this king shot. Take 2 and take 3 to king. So that would mean that in this position I have to take double. But this is something you generally do not want because it allows black to attack this piece. And yeah, this is just not so nice for white. So in this position, white would have to make a big choice. For instance, playing a move like this. But that would mean that this piece on 46 is blocked, and black can try to play against it with an interesting position. So in the game, I went for another way to try and develop my wing. I went for this move, and at first glance, it looks a bit strange because I put even one more piece on this diagonal. But on the other hand, this position can suddenly spring to life for white, because if, for instance, black plays the weak move 17-21, I have this nice double exchange going towards the center twice, with a good position because I can easily develop all my pieces. So in the game, black of course did not go to 21, but went to 22. And after some more building, here I have a big decision to make. There are two ways to develop my flank. First of all, I can play like this. Black will react with probably this move. I change, trying to develop. Black attacks, and I have to develop again. And this is a position you sometimes see. In these positions, black usually tries to put some pressure on these squares using this idea. And white tries to hold on to a center, leading to some interesting battles. But in the game, I went for a different development. I played this move. And on the one hand, it blocks my pieces from coming out, because black played this move. I cannot make 32-28 here, and I will never be able to make it. But on the other hand, black has this piece on 7, and it's not so clear where this piece will go. For instance, if you play 12-18 here, I play this move and this one, and it will hardly ever be possible to play 12-17 successfully, because you always have to calculate this king shot, taking 3 to king, and that's mainly due to this open field on 3. So black needs to find a plan here. Probably the best plan is 14-19, trying to weaken this flank a little bit and hope that these pieces will be weak at some point. But in the game, he attacked my piece from the other side. And now I come up with an interesting positional idea. I played this move, going towards 23. And the main idea is that I will not let these pieces come out. He will never be able to make 12-18, 7-12 anymore because of this piece on 23. So this piece on 7 is fixed. But on the other hand, I have these two weak pieces. So the position should be about equal. So at first, there's another building phase. We both cannot work on our weaknesses, so we have to improve the other aspects of our position. So we try to make some useful moves. And in this position, white should be a bit careful. This move is losing due to a standard combination called Coupe Philippe. Black first plays this move, making a hole on 33. Have to take 2. And now because of this hole, black can make this combination. It needs to take 2. And then you have this typical route of the Coupe Philippe, 11 times 44, or even 35 in this case. And black wins the game. So 45-40 is not a good move. So I came up with this move, taking another central square. And now I went for the tandem in the center. And probably this is one of the most critical positions in the game. Black could try to develop this piece on 7, playing 12-17. But it would also allow white to develop his weak piece on 36. So the game might go like this. And here black has this nice regroupment, changing backwards. Yeah, so now he has developed this weak piece on 7 and has a strong piece on 8 instead. And the position is about equal, I would say. White can, for instance, play 29-23 here, but black has this nice formation. He can exchange 22 at any moment he likes, for instance here. And yeah, the position is just normal and about equal. But in the game, he went for a very aggressive plan. He does not care about this piece on 7 and tries to put me into a chain lock. So what he wants to do is play this way. And then he hopes that this chain lock is stronger than his weakness on 7. So the game went like this. And here it's important that after 36-31, the black plan would probably work, because he makes this move 13-18. And now I cannot go to this important square of 27 because of this small combination, sacrificing 2 pieces and taking 3. So winning 1 piece in the process. So after 36-31, I should play this move, but black has a really nice surrounding in this position because he controls so many of the important squares. And white should be really careful here. So this would not be a good move here, but I did find a very strong move. And it's a move that seems to do absolutely nothing. It's just a move, yeah, in the back. But it is a very useful move because now black has to move and he cannot keep his useful ideas here. So he wants to play 13-18 at some point. But here it's no good because I play this move. So black can take in 3 ways, but all of them are bad. This is the best actually. But I could go to 11, and this strong piece will win me the game. So he should prepare 13-18, and he played a waiting move as well. But now I do go towards 27. So if he goes for 13-18 here, which he did not, he does not have this combination anymore. So since white is also threatening with a small combination, he should play 8-13. But now he gets into trouble because I create this threat. Note that I use the strong formation again, just like in my game against Samp. So he has to play 7-11. And yeah, generally this is not something you like to build. All these pieces are just 2 of them together. So black does not have any columns. And yeah, white on the other hand has all these nice columns, these rows of 3. And yeah, white is simply winning here because black does not have any columns. So 13-18 is not a good move. That's why Buzinski went for this plan. And it's a pretty interesting plan. Because if I were to make this move now, then black is almost winning. He plays this 2 for 2 backwards. And now he pairs this chain lock. And actually this position is pretty similar to a game of Alexander Dipman. He played in the last round of the World Championship 86. He played against the Brazilian Leandro and won using this chain lock, a beautiful game. And by winning this game in the last round, he subsequently won the world title. So I suggest all of you to look up that game, it's really nice. So yeah, this is never a good move because of this 2 for 2 backwards for black. So I first develop further, and now I make sure that after 13-18 I have this 2 for 3, winning the game. So black waits and white changes back. And in this position it actually seems like black is doing okay. He gained some space on this side. My pieces are a bit stuck in the middle. But here I have a tactical idea that that it causes big troubles for black. And this idea is only possible because of this weak piece on 7. So here I exchange to 31. And my positional threat is to play this move on the next turn. And the problem is that black can no longer prevent this move. Because the move he would really like to make, this one, is punished by this combination. He needs to take 2, majority rule. And now this move. He can take in 2 ways, but it amounts to the same. For instance, this one. I go to king on 1 and win the game. So he has to allow 31-26 on the next move. And the best way to do so would be this move. I actually analyzed this position quite a bit. It's a really interesting position. White is much better, but yeah, black can try to defend. And I just want to show you the most beautiful variation without too many comments. So that goes like this. White tries to fix these weak pieces of black and hopes he will at some point make this breakthrough. And yeah, it can get really interesting if it were to go like this. So in this position, black tries to block all of white's pieces to move. These pieces are a bit stuck in the middle. They cannot move anymore because it would lose some pieces. Also, white cannot make 45-40 because of this 1 for 2. And on the other side of the board is the same. White cannot make this move because of this 1 for 2. So that means in this position, white only has one move that does not lose, but it's a strong move. So it's this move. And here black seems to be losing without any fight. But there's this amazing sacrifice. And now it's not so easy for white, because white cannot make this move. So you need to give back this piece, no other choice. And the position will become a big mess here. So black can go for this breakthrough. So black wants to play these moves. But white, in turn, goes for this move. And if black goes to king now, white has the Kung Fu shot, I believe it's called, of taking backwards. And then black has to take, white takes 2, winning the game. So in this position, black needs to sacrifice another piece. And he's 2 pieces down here, but he does have this king. But this king can hardly move. It can only go here. And there's a very beautiful line. If black goes here, white plays this move. And if black now plays the wrong move, going to 40, trying to free his king, which looks very normal, then white has this amazing shot. Black needs to take 2. And white plays this move. Takes, takes. And black would like to take 2, but he has to take 3. So 1, 2, 3. And now white takes 2 and wins the game. So that's an amazing possibility. But yeah, black can ruin the party a little bit by playing this move here. And it looks absolutely chaotic. But apparently with best play this is a draw. Pieces are going to king left and right. But yeah, black is also threatening to take 3 like this. So I believe white needs to make this move, and then black goes to king here. Yeah, the computer says it will become a draw. So going back to the game, we went quite a lot away from the game. Yeah, in the game we had this position, and here he made the wrong move. He played 7-11, but there's a slight difference with the position I just showed you, because white is not on 22 yet. So white has a lot of more ideas of making a hole on 17 and going towards 6 with a breakthrough. So this position is actually winning for white. There is a reason though, I think he played this move. I suppose he was afraid to play 13-19 because of this plan. So I threatened to take, he needs to play 7-11. I go here, I threaten to take, and I think he only looked at the move 2-7, and I go one step further and threaten to take again, winning the game. But the problem for white is that here black can win, playing this move. White takes 2, black takes 3, and now it's a bit of a remarkable situation. White has this piece, almost the king, but yeah, white has to take, and this advanced piece will be taken as well. And if you count the pieces here, then you'll see that black is 1 piece up. So that means in this position white has to make this move, and yeah, we're back to the same variation I just showed you. So the game went 7-11, and here I had a winning position. But unfortunately I did not finish the game in the most clean way. White can win pretty easily here by playing this move. And then after 8-13, the only move black can make, take this breakthrough. Going towards king. And yeah, white is just winning here. Black could try 11-17 for instance, but white makes this 2 for 2 first. Makes a king now. And on the next turn you will take and win the game. So yeah, this move would have been much better than the one I played in the game. Played this move, but here black could have put up a lot of resistance playing 2-8. I had planned this exchange, which looks very strong, because the more pieces I exchange, the worse these pieces for black get. But there's a problem with this, because black can play 8-13 here. And yeah, this is a very brilliant move, because if I attack now, black has this famous combination. I think world champion Shegolev once lost by this combination. In this case it's just a draw. So it's this. Giving back and forth, and now this one. And I think in Chegolev's case this piece on 50 was on 44, and then black is winning. So white can choose how to take, but it leads to the same position. And black takes 4. And yeah, next black will make this breakthrough. And yeah, it's just a draw. So 2-8 is a pretty good move, because of this tactical idea. But white has an amazing move here that can win the game. It would be the last move I would look at, but yeah, it works. And it's this move. And it looks wrong, because it allows black to try and go to king here. But the thing is, it never works for black, because if black plays this move here, white has this combination. So on the next turn, black has to take, and white takes 3 to king, winning the game. So this move immediately is no good. So black needs to sacrifice first. And he can try to play this move again, but white has another tactical shot here. White plays this one, so this leads to the same idea. So black needs to take to the other side. And now this move, using the majority rule again, black needs to take 2, white takes 2. And now, yeah, it turns out beautifully for white. Black needs to take 3, and white takes 2. And this position is winning for white. For instance, the game might end like this. White should not make a king here because of 12-17 and black wins. But if you prepare it properly, then it's white who wins. For instance, like this, taking on the next turn. So black needs to sacrifice and wait for one more move before he tries to go here. And in this position, white has a brilliant idea. He gives back his piece and plays 45-40. And yeah, this just works beautifully for white. So I want to show you a couple of variations here. 8-13 looks like the most logical move. Then I play 40-35. And after 18-22, white wins this way. And now it's black to move, and black is completely stuck. He can only sacrifice his pieces. So this is winning for white. Black can also try 16-21. Then, or black can try 16-21, playing this way. Yeah, but here this move is winning. So black could try 17-22, trying to free his position. But here white is another tactical shot. And yeah, this is also a combination you often see. Black has to take 3, and white takes 2 to king, winning the game. So yeah, there's one last thing black could try, a last ditch attempt, playing this way. But also this works perfectly for white. White plays this move and makes a king. And the problem for black is he can not prevent losing this strong piece, because white tries to play 1-6. If he goes here, and white first plays this move, and next plays 1-6, winning this piece and winning the game. So yeah, if Buzinski would have played 2-8, I had needed to find this beautiful move. I'm not sure if I would have, but yeah, it's just the variations are really nice. So in the game, he was completely out of time as well. So he tried this move, I took backwards, and in this position he had no time left, so he had to resign. So I think this was a really nice game by me. I showed some interesting positional ideas, playing against this piece on 7. And also I used some very nice tactics, like in this position of changing to 31 and locking his wing, yeah, gaining a huge advantage. So I hope you enjoyed this game, and I hope to see you back for more episodes of Rules Recordings.